So because so many people have made the jump from Uber and Lyft over to Instacart, DoorDash, Postmates, UberEATS, other food delivery apps and shopping apps, I'm going to talk to you about some of the common scams that you need to watch out for. And we're going to be talking about that on today's video. Hey everyone, Chris here from Real Rideshare Stories. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for different things within the rideshare industry, whether it's updates to what's going on, news, tips and tricks for passengers and drivers, or what happens on real rideshare rides, start now by hitting that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Also make sure to check the description below for other helpful information and tips. Yes, today is a scam video and how you can protect yourself when it comes to delivery app scams as well as shopping scams, and then also a scam that is known for any app, and we're going to be covering all of those today. So yes, I've covered many scams when it comes to Uber and Lyft and what passengers try to pull, but today we're going to be switching it up to different food delivery and shopping apps because so many people have transitioned from doing Uber and Lyft and going into Instacart, DoorDash, UberEATS, Postmates, all the different ones that are out there right now. Now, a quick disclaimer. As most rides go without a hiccup, without a problem, most deliveries, most shopping is going to also happen without a hiccup, without a problem. But there are some things that you need to watch out for and some people that you need to watch out for so you can keep your money where it is and that's safe in your pocket. And also, if you notice anything strange happening, whether it's during the actual delivery or shop itself, or if you notice it after the fact. Once you first notice it, you want to make sure to get hold of whatever company you are working for at that time. I'm going to start with the food delivery app scams, then go into the shopping app scams, and then stay tuned to the end where I'm going to cover a scam that can actually impact all apps. So it's something that you really want to make sure that you know and pay attention to because the setup can be different between each apps, but it ultimately does the same exact thing, and that can cover any app that's out there. So make sure to stay tuned for that at the very end. All right, so starting off with the food delivery apps, which could include UberEATS, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, and any of the other ones where it's food delivery. Now, these couple of scams are going to be something after you've already delivered the food. So it's not like Uber and Lyft where you can actually kind of see a scam unfolding and kind of mitigate it or stop it right then and there, or take the right action. This unfortunately happens after the order has already been delivered. And there's one of two things that could happen. First, you could get somebody calling up and saying that their order was wrong, or that their order was not full, or there was something wrong with their order. And unfortunately, there is some truth to that sometimes, where some of the order could be missing, some of the order could have been made wrong. Sometimes it's not in your control, but one of the things that you want to make sure that you do is always check and verify that you have all of the food and it's the correct order before you go from the restaurant to drop it off. And that'll help at least mitigate the truth behind it. But unfortunately for the scammers, what they're trying to do is get some of the order for free. And if you notice this in your app, get hold of that company immediately. Tell them your side of the story and what had happened and give as much information as you can. Now, the second scam is something that will play off of the first, but in this case, they're actually saying that the entire order was not delivered, even though you may have actually delivered it to them themselves or seen them in the house and then they come out and take it. So this is something that you really want to watch out for. One of the things that you can do on a contactless delivery, or when it says something like leave at the door, make sure that you have pictures taken of the food being delivered. Try to get the address number there as well. Take a picture of the map so it shows that you were at the correct address, meaning it'll show the street, it'll show the GPS location, and it will show the address in a couple of different pictures and screenshots. Also, for all those Uber and Lyft drivers out there who've made the transition to food app, this is a great time for your dash camera because you can actually show the dash camera footage of you taking the food to the house and actually being delivered, taking those pictures, and it's just more proof that you're going to have in the event somebody says that you didn't deliver the food to the right address. But yes, that can be the case too. So make sure that you are at the correct address, make sure the number is correct, the right street, all of that stuff. Follow the map, make sure it's there, and then you won't have that problem. So if you do notice this problem after the fact, then you have all of the stuff right there and you can prove your case as well as show that that customer has fraudulently made a claim that you didn't deliver the food even when you did. Now, if you have another delivery app scam, comment below, let me know, because there are a few out there. I just want to give you some of the basic ones so you do know and can be aware of it. And then also, like I said, get hold of the company right away, state your case, show your pictures, show your dash cam footage, whatever it might be to prove that you are in the right. All right, so let's move on to the shopping apps, and that could be Shipt, that could be Instacart, that could be a few other ones out there. So we're going to talk about those ones right now. So the first shopping scam is when you get an order that comes in and it just doesn't look right. Maybe it has several hard to find or particular items, or maybe it has a lot of notes coming in when it talks about different items that are on there. Maybe they ordered something and in the notes they say they really want something else. And all in all, these types of orders can create some sort of confusion where it can just be problematic, and it can lead to items not being fulfilled or refunded, and then also it can lead down the road to a canceled order even though you've spent plenty of time trying to get the order and shop for that order. So it can create a lot of confusion to you. The biggest thing that you want to do is pay attention to everything. If you see one of these orders, just pay attention to it, kind of work through it, and then if you have to get hold of the customer and see what changes they really need or want, always do it in a professional manner so they don't just cancel that order on you, even though you've been shopping for a little bit of time. Now, the second scam is kind of similar to some of the delivery scams, and that is after you've taken the order, you've already shopped, and you're going to deliver the groceries to the either apartment or house. This is where you might see a note for leaving it out front, leaving it in front of the door, whatever it might be. And this is, again, especially important when it comes to all these contactless deliveries where it's saying leave at the door. And unfortunately, things like this can open up for more scams. And that can be simply where a customer will state after you've already delivered the groceries that they never got the delivery. So again, what you want to do with this one, again, make sure to take pictures of the food being delivered. If you can, use clear plastic bags so you can see the food and the order that's there. Take pictures of it. Try to get the address in that picture. Take a screenshot of the GPS with the map on it showing you exactly where you are. And again, if you have a dash camera because of being a driver, then make sure you have it rolling where you can have the address, you showing you delivering the packages, or I'm sorry, the groceries to the customer, and then again you have it all on record there. So if they call up and say that you didn't deliver it or that the order never showed up, you have all the proof right there showing you exactly where you were, what the address was. And again, if they were creating a fraudulent claim, then that means that you are in the right, you'll get paid, and they can get kicked off of using that service. And again, if you see something like this happening on your app, or if you get a notification from whatever app you are working, take care of it immediately and upload any proof that you may have when it comes to that. So you make sure that you get paid and continue to be in good standing with these companies, because sometimes, unfortunately, those things can create problems with you also being able to either deliver or shop. So you want to make sure, again, you take care of that right away. And now let's talk about the scam that all apps have been known to have, and all apps have documented cases of something like this. And this is a type of scam that goes after your hard-earned money or your information, or even both. And like I said, it's been documented on every single app. So not only will it be on the delivery apps, the shopping apps, but this is also something that we've talked about on the channel when it comes to Uber and Lyft rides as well. And this is the fake support scam. So the fake support scams are going to be different across the board depending on what gig you are working. So if it's Uber and Lyft, which we've covered plenty of times before, it might be a fake ride, automated ride. It might be a thing where they're saying that the customer's credit card didn't go through, or there were some issues there, or it came up stolen. So there's a lot of different variations of it, but it all leads to the same thing of them trying to get your information or them trying to get your money from your account. So the same thing is going to apply to delivery apps. So whether it's DoorDash, UberEATS, Postmates, Grubhub, whatever it might be for delivery apps, maybe it's going to be where an order comes in, you hit the accept, and then you start going to go get the food. And at a certain point, they may call you or text you and say, hey, you need to call this number. This is an automated order. Don't take the order, whatever it might be. Or they might also have you fulfill some sort of order where maybe they're ordering a drink and it's something really like not that much, so maybe a couple of dollars or something, and it just doesn't make sense for that order to come in. And so when you get there, you create this sort of anxiety or getting antsy, trying to contact the customer, get it explained so you can fulfill that delivery. And they play on this. So it's a psychological game where they'll try to create this confusion, this anxiety, and then swoops in fake support, and it'll make it seem like they're legit, even though it really isn't. And again, they're just trying to get your information. They're just trying to get your payment, whatever it might be. Either way, don't fall for that scam. And if you get involved in a scam like that, call one of those companies immediately, let them know exactly what had happened. And then the same thing for Instacart. It could be where it's a order that comes in or a batch that you take, and then all of a sudden it'll say, oh, this is an automated batch, follow these steps to cancel the order, and then all of a sudden they'll be trying to get your information or change information in your back office, you can call it, for your payment information. So you don't want to fall victim to those things. And unfortunately, people do all the time because everybody on the phone is trying different ways to see what works and what doesn't. And like I said, it can be a psychological trick that they're playing, and it could be a number of different ways. And unfortunately, that's how those scams do work. So again, if you fall victim to one of those scams, or if you think you're being scammed, hang up the phone, call that company right away, let them know exactly what is happening. And again, just make sure you take care of that right away. So those are a few scams that do take place, whether it be delivery or shopping apps, because like I said, so many people have gone from Uber and Lyft and gone over to Instacart or DoorDash or Postmates or Grubhub or Shipt or whatever it might be. So those are a few things that you really want to make sure that you watch out for and you look out for. And also, if you know any other of these delivery app scams or shopping app scams, comment below and let everyone else know also. Now that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and again learned that scams do happen all over the place, just to stay on your toes. Now make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, your delivery drivers, and your shoppers. And we'll see you next time.